Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sci-Fi Academia. That's right, you heard me right. Sci-Fi Academia is this channel's current name. Um, we changed it, and it's been changed for probably a while by the time you're seeing this. Um, do you like it? What do you think? Should we change it back? I mean, we could. Probably
I
shouldn't. It will
I
make
think
people
I
confused and
think
stuff.
the audience will probably love the name.
Mm,
But if you hate it, you can comment and tell me that I'm wrong, because I
you
kind of
can
am
do that.
sometimes.
On rare occasions, yes.
You should also like it while you're down there and subscribe while you're also down in the comments telling me I'm wrong. You know,
They should
do
like
all
the
that stuff.
comments. Um,
Yeah, and also like all the comments you see,
yes. Besides,
if there is any.
if someone named Jeffrey is down there, don't like his comments. He's just a weirdo.
Yeah,
We don't like Jeffrey.
yeah, you don't want to do
Um,
that.
but what we do like is we like remembering things. But we're bad at it. We're so bad at remembering
Remembering.
things. Like every movie
Yep.
I've ever watched, I don't remember. Sixth Sense? What
Mm-hmm.
happened? Who was dead? I don't even remember. Was anyone dead? Maybe no one was.
I think it was
Um,
the kid.
yeah. No, I think it was the mom. Um,
Who knows? We
yeah,
don't
cause
remember.
cause the mom was
That's
prayed.
also
The mom was played by what's that actor? Bruce Willis. Um, played
oh
played the
yeah,
mom
that
in the
sounds right.
movie. And then there was that other woman that was like taking care of the kid. Um, yeah, that was weird.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
yeah. Part of the
Anyway,
reason why Cademan makes reviews of stuff on this channel is because he has such bad memory,
yeah,
and so he has to store his thoughts on movies somewhere.
that is true. So the way this game is going to work is we're gonna try and remember a movie, and then we won't remember it. So like, say,
Yep.
I want to remember what happens in Star Wars: A New Hope. So I'll say,
Mhm.
Eric, remind me what happens in Star Wars: A New Hope. And then he'll have 1 minute to explain everything that happens in Star Wars: A New Hope. And if he pauses for over a second, then he won't get the point. But if he is able
Yep.
to go for the entire minute and stop at the end of the minute, he will get the point. So,
Do I get bonus points if I get to the actual end of the movie when the minute is up?
well, that's the goal, I think. Maybe the other
Oh,
person
okay.
just decides how many points the um
Okay.
person
So
gets.
so that the other person can decide. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
Um
like, we're not gonna, like, just be mean
right.
to each other
Well,
about it.
because like it also will sort of be like, how much I understand the New Hope after you explain it to me.
Yeah.
Um
Okay.
so
Sounds good.
with all that being said, there is this little movie that I saw a while back, and they're making another movie in the
Mhm.
franchise I saw.
Okay.
Um, what's that movie called? Oh, yeah, Toy Story. I don't remember, Eric, what
Oh.
happens in the first Toy Story. So, I'm starting your timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so, in Toy Story, there's this kid named Sid, I think, and, there's, a few toys, Woody, Buzz, and the others, and in it, Woody is the main character, and then there's this kid named Andy who is Woody is a toy of Andy, and, basically what happens is that, Andy gets Buzz, and then Woody is jealous of Buzz, so he kicks him out of a window and then Sid steals him, and then they have to go rescue him for some reason. And then basically they show Sid that they're alive and give him nightmares probably. And Buzz realizes because Buzz thinks he's a toy the entire time, but then like I mean thinks that he's not a toy the entire time, and so he has this like existential crisis at one point where he's like, "Oh, I'm actually just a toy, and this is like none of this is real and it's weird and stuff." Anyways, so what happens is it up? Is the
And
time up?
time.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I'm understanding.
All
Basically,
right. All right.
there's a guy named Sid, and then
Mhm.
there's another guy named Andy who has a toy of himself named Woody, and Woody is mad at Buzz for some reason, we don't know why. Um, but then so and then they also have the ability to like give Sid nightmares. And also Buzz thinks he's not a toy. So you got most of the details in there, I think. That sounds like the movie that I
Yeah.
saw, except, I don't think Woody looks like Andy, so that was a little confusing. Um, but yeah,
When this podcast episode comes out,
mhm.
I need to rewatch it and see just how like weirdly I described everything.
Well, because you said that Woody was a toy that belongs to Andy, I think is what you were trying to say, but you said he is a toy of
Yeah.
Andy, which I thought was pretty funny. Besides that, you sound pretty right on. So 2 points I'll give you.
Okay.
Do you want to get a timer
Cool.
up on your side? Um,
Yeah, sure.
this is just a 1 minute
I
timer
have my
is what I
handy
was doing.
dandy phone. Okay. Timer 1 minute. All right. So yeah, Toy Story. I kind of remember it. I kind of don't. I am very interested to see what they do with the fifth one. But
Mm.
uh, a movie that I
Dude,
don't really
maybe
remember
that's our
much of,
next
but
episode is just talking about the new Toy Story trailer.
talking about honestly, that'd
Is
be
it,
fun.
it's Toy Story
Um,
5 now, I think.
yeah, yeah, it'll be interesting.
I don't
But
remember 4.
anyways,
Anyway.
yeah,
that
I don't
could
remember
be
much
that
of
could be
it.
that could be next episode. We'll need to talk about
Yep.
it.
Uh, what I'm saying is there's a movie that I kind of remember, but I don't really remember. It was a while ago when I saw it. And it was a really interesting movie. I remember it being kind of dark. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Like, uh, oh, right. It was Batman Begins.
Okay.
And so I don't really remember much about that movie. So I was wondering if
Yeah.
you remembered any of that movie.
All right.
Um, Here, I will start your timer in 3, 2, 1.
So
All
a
right.
long time ago, this kid fell into a cave. Then there was bats in the cave, and his dad was like, "Why do we fall down to get back up? That's what we do." And then he was like chasing his little girlfriend around the Wayne Manor, which is where he lives. And his parents died at some point. And then after his parents died, he was like, "I'm gonna go to different countries and learn how to become Batman." So he met Qui-Gon Jinn, and he met this like Asian guy. And the Asian guy was like, "I'm Ra's al Ghul." Spoiler alert, he wasn't Ra's al Ghul. He was actually Qui-Gon Jinn was Ra's al Ghul, but they were trying to trick us. Um, so anyway, he goes back
Okay.
to the city, and there's I don't remember if like Victor Zaz is there or if that's in the Dark Knight. So then he becomes
All
Batman.
right. Your time is up. Okay. Yeah.
So
That
that's about right, right?
I love how you kind of did it in chronological order for the most part.
Well, I tried to put
Yeah.
too many details in there.
Yeah, like, I was kinda surprised when you started with, like, the well thing, and then you were like, his
Well,
girlfriend, like, when
that's
he
how
was
the
still a
movie
kid.
starts.
I mean, yeah, but, like, it's, like, the least important, like I mean, it's kind of important to, like, the theme, but, like, you could have just said that his dad told him that when he's scared, he gets back up or something,
Yeah,
and then, like, bring that back later.
dude.
But yeah, no, anyways, I
Mhm.
just I think it's really funny how you, like, the details that you, like, particularly chose to put in, like
Well, I didn't realize how hard it is to actually even say one sentence in a minute.
Mhm. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I think overall that was a pretty good description. I remember kind of what the movie is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Convenient.
I don't know. I I I think from what you said, there's a kid.
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever actually said what his name was actually. But he has a girlfriend when he's a
Hmm.
kid, and he
Yeah.
falls in a cave,
Yeah.
and he gets back up, or his
Hmm.
dad says something about that, and then
Hmm.
he
Yeah.
goes, to his house, and his parents die at some point,
Hmm. Yep.
um,
Yep.
and then he goes and finds Ra's al Ghul, who is not actually Ra's al Ghul because Qui-Gon Jinn is
Hmm.
actually Ra's al Ghul,
Yeah.
and, oh, I don't even remember what else you said. That's how bad my
I
memory
said,
is.
and then he goes
Um,
back to Gotham. And I think
that's
maybe
right, he goes
Victor
back
Zsasz
to
is there, but
Gotham.
maybe that's actually in the Dark Knight. And then he
That's
becomes
right.
Batman, which is how that movie ends. There's nothing else happens
Yep,
after that.
that's all that's what we that's everyone knows that that's how it
Scarecrow
ends.
wasn't even in that movie. People think he
Yeah,
was,
the
but
best character
yeah,
wasn't in that movie,
yeah.
and I'm not just saying he's the best character because I look like him. Anyways.
Well, I think Christopher Nolan thought it was the best character because he would put him in all the sequels, and also put that actor
Yeah,
in all of his movies from that
and,
point
like,
on.
so many yeah. I I'm trying to think if I've seen any other Christopher Nolan movies with Cillian Murphy
Mm,
in
yeah,
them. I mean,
I think he's been in all of them since Batman Begins,
okay.
which is interesting
Yeah.
because the reason he was in Batman Begins is because he auditioned for
Mhm.
Batman, and then they
Oh,
cast him
really?
as Scarecrow. But it's interesting because he's been in every Christopher Nolan movie. I believe the audience can fact check me on this, but I believe he's been in
Yeah.
every Christopher Nolan movie after that. So it's like, just because you don't necessarily get the job that you're trying for doesn't mean that
Yeah.
good won't come from it, I guess.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of,
know that he was, like, in, Oppenheimer because
mm-hmm,
he's the main
because
character,
he's
but
Oppenheimer,
I
yeah.
was trying to think of if he was yeah. I was trying to think of if he was, like, in Interstellar because that's, like, the, like, only other major, like,
Hmm.
Christopher Nolan movie I've seen, but I
Yeah,
don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it, so
yeah. Now, speaking of Christopher Nolan, I don't
Mhm.
remember my favorite Christopher Nolan movie, The Lion King. I don't remember what happens in The Lion King. I don't even remember who directed it. So could you tell me who direct or not who direct that'd be easy. Could you tell me maybe that wouldn't be easy. I don't actually know the answer to that. Could you tell me what
I
happens in The
don't
Lion
either.
King in three, two, one? Oh,
Okay. So,
there
The
we go.
Lion King is basically just a retelling of Hamlet, except with animals, and So basically, there's this lion named Simba, and he has a dad and he has an uncle, and his uncle's name is Scar, and he's evil, and his dad is not evil, but he dies later. Anyway, so basically, Simba's a kid at the beginning of the movie, and he goes and wanders into this like really like dark area where he meets hyenas that don't like him and try to kill him, but then his dad saves him, and then basically what happens is he goes into or his dad gets killed by Scar, and then he runs away, and then he goes into the jungle where he meets two weird animals. Why am I blanking on what they are? I don't know. But anyways, basically, eventually he gets old, and then his cousin, I think, comes and like gets him to try and become king again because Scar is now ruling the kingdom since his dad is dead. And then yeah, he ends up defeating Scar, and then he and then he wins. That's the movie.
Well, there you go. I think so far you seem to be much better at me than this, because I did get the entire
At me than
movie.
this.
Um,
You
yeah,
said
you're.
at me than this.
Well, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
um,
I just thought it was
Nonetheless, I got the entire movie. Um, yeah, he's has an uncle, he has a dad, his uncle dies. We don't know how his uncle dies. He just happens sometimes. And then there's these two weird animals. I'm imagining they look like something from a Dr. Seuss book because, they're weird animals. Um so and then he goes back and defeats Scar. So that's the entire movie. Um so again, I guess I'll give
Yep.
you 2 points.
I'm trying to think of what details I left out. I mean like the songs, I guess.
The girl.
Um I mean I did mention her kind of like I just said his cousin comes and gets him.
Okay.
But that's literally like it. I didn't mention her before.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, did you give me points for the Batman Begins?
No, but I think I'll give you 2 points for that
Oh,
one
okay.
because I think it was pretty good. I thought it was funny that.
I mean, I feel like I'm better at giving details and you're better at giving the entire movie.
Yeah.
All right. What's
I'm
another
just like,
movie
what's
you
like the
want to
main point of the movie?
What's another movie you want to
Oh,
remember?
okay. Um, hmm. I guess like to stick with like our like Disney Pixar kind of way of going. There is a movie I have not seen in a very long time that I actually like do not really remember much of. And that movie is about a robot, and I
Mm.
think it's called Wally.
Oh, okay.
Let me get my timer,
Yeah,
and I will have
super
you
easy.
do it in
Super easy.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
So, Wally is a robot. There's no humans on Earth because big companies ruined the Earth. What a funny story that's not real. Um, so anyway, Wally meets this pretty girl robot named Eve, and he's like, "Hey, Eve." And then Eve is like, "I'm gonna steal this plant and take it up onto my spaceship." So then somehow Wally ends up on the spaceship with Eve, and then uh, there's this guy named Mo who cleans up after Wally because he leaves tracks of dirt everywhere. And everyone's so fat, they're so fat they can't even walk around, and everything's a slushy because they're too lazy to even chew. And then there's the steering wheel that the captain of the ship is like, maybe we should go back to Earth, but the steering wheel is AI and evil. This is a funny
Three,
science fiction
two.
thing that's not real. They go back to Earth. Oh, you cut out.
Did you?
You cut out in the last
Okay, your time just ended. Yeah, you cut out too. I was like, oh, Cadwin's frozen.
that was the perfect timing. Anyway, so that's the story.
Okay, so before like everything cut out,
Mhm.
I got that the so there's a robot named Wally on
Yes.
Earth that was destroyed by
Mm-hmm.
big companies,
Yeah.
and
Which is
he
funny in
likes this
science
girl robot
fiction and
named
not
Eve.
real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, because big companies are actually nice in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, anyways, yeah, so Eve is this robot that's there for some reason. And then Wally like really likes her, and I get like the idea that Wally's just like a bad boy in this, and he's like, oh, I like her, and then he like steals a plant, and then he goes onto a spaceship that's there for some reason, and then he's like, there's like fat people or something, and there's a robot that cleans up after the messes that Wally makes on the
Mo.
spaceship, but
That's
like,
the most important character.
oh, okay. Yeah, and then and then Wally, there's a evil steering wheel,
Mm-hmm.
and the humans are fat and they don't chew because they're too lazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty much all that I got before the cutout.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's about all I say.
I will say I think that that was a better
I
description than
did.
your Batman Begins one.
As we got to uh the last second, I did say they go back to Earth. So that
Oh,
was
okay.
the one thing that
Okay.
got cut out.
Okay, they go back to Earth. It's actually something that is really interesting about Wally, um, that I kind of remember uh, is that the steering wheel, I can't remember what the steering wheel's name is, but,
It's Otto
um,
because he's
in
the
reality,
autopilot.
oh, right, yeah, I remember that now. I can't, um I think, like, Otto was, like, technically right the entire time because Earth was uninhabitable, so, like, technically when they got back to Earth, they, like, would have technically probably died. But, like, we're kind of expected to like, led to believe that it actually worked out, and they went to Earth and, like, fixed nature using that plant or something, and, I it's kind of a weird movie when you realize that, like, technically, they probably wouldn't have actually survived.
Yeah, I mean, is there no plants on the planet anymore? Like, I don't know if I
That's
buy that.
what I'm getting at. I don't know.
Well, because
It
there's the
is,
plant that they have
yeah,
right throughout the
that
entire
they have.
movie, so there's at least a plant. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think Earth's
I
probably still
I don't
inhabitable.
know. Maybe, maybe. I think
um,
at the beginning, though, it has, like, this, like, Earth, like, thing, and it's, like, all, like, brown and stuff, and then it zooms
mm,
into it, so we don't actually see Earth as being, like, green and blue like it is in real life. But also science fiction usually makes Earth different colors.
I mean, I think Earth is a few more different colors than just red and or green and blue. Anyway, um,
Yeah. I that's but yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Um, oh, I have to think of a movie. Oh, let's try
Okay.
and get out of the Disney Pixar vein and let's get into the MCU vein. Hold on one second.
Oh, darn. Okay. I am holding on to 1 second.
Okay. So,
See,
Eric,
I'm holding on to 1 second.
yes, haha, you're hilarious.
Yeah.
So, I was recently given this movie,
Ooh, good
Civil
movie.
War. Um, Not the best MCU movie, but definitely not the worst one. Um,
Yeah.
Anyway, but here's the thing: I can't watch it. I can't watch it, Eric, because I don't remember what
Mhm.
happened in Captain America: The First Avenger. I can't remember. It's
Oh,
all gone. I can't remember what happens in Captain
the
America:
first
The First
Avenger?
Avenger.
I
So I
mean,
don't even know
like, there's
who
also one in
I,
between
I
that.
don't know who this guy is that's standing next to Robert Downey Jr. and looking at
Okay,
him like they're about to
okay.
kiss, which it kind of disturbs me. I just don't know.
Okay, okay. Don't worry, I think I remember that movie. It's been a
Okay,
while since I've seen it, but
okay.
let's
Get ready to
let's see.
explain in three, two, one.
Okay, so there's this kid named Steve Rogers, who's very skinny, and he has a friend named Bucky Barnes who is not very skinny, and Steve really wants to join the military, and so he goes to join, but then they don't like him because he's very skinny, and eventually he meets a girl who is named Peggy Carter, and she's not very skinny, but he likes her or something, and then and then basically what happens is eventually Steve Rogers somehow is like gets into like this test thing where they decide to give him um like chemicals or something that makes him not very skinny anymore. And then he's Captain America, and so he goes and he's in the military, and basically that's all I really have time to tell you.
Oh, so this
I think
kind
that
of
was like my worst one so far.
this movie is kind of similar to Batman Begins in as far as nothing happens after he becomes the superhero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think it's funny how we both ended on that point.
that is pretty funny. Now, so what I'm imagining is there's a guy named Steve Rogers who's, you know, he's a skinny dude. And then there's a guy named Bucky Barnes who's just so fat. He's like the guys from Wally. He probably eats all of his food out of a smoothie or whatever. And then eventually he he joins the military. They'll like him because he's not so fat. Because this is you gotta be fat to join the military in this universe. And then be Sharon Carter, who's fat. Um, and then yeah, and then he becomes Captain America. So um, yeah, I think that's a 1 point. I'll give you 1 point because I feel like I do
Yeah.
understand. It's obviously um just a commentary on how we treat people different based on their weight and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah,
which
that's the entire
yeah,
point of the movie.
yeah, and I understand that now, so I'll give you 1 point.
Although I kind of think that the movie might actually be kind of like leading into that idea because at the end he becomes fat.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So it kind of makes it seem like it's actually saying that like people need to be fat. So I don't know,
right,
maybe
yeah.
this isn't a very good message to this movie, but
I just imagine the super soldier serum is like he's in that pod thing they put him in, and then someone just like dumps
uh,
cheeseburgers in it. They just like stick a funnel in his mouth and just dump cheeseburgers.
oh my goodness. I think this is my best description so far, as far as humor goes. Or
Incidentally,
as far
yes.
as how bad it is maybe. But like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that one, like, compared to, like, Lion King, is like, I don't really remember, like, that much of it as well,
Mhm.
and so I'm just like, "Okay, basic details," he's in the military,
Mhm.
he goes and, you know, he has Bucky there and Peggy
Yeah.
Carter
Well,
and.
I think the superhero movies are a little bit harder because the plot is like I
Yeah.
don't know, like you remember the moments more, or at least I do. Um
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
probably true for me as well.
Um, yeah. So, is there any other movies that you want to remember?
Um, hmm. So far we've done superheroes, we've done Pixar, we've done Disney.
Hmm.
At the beginning you mentioned Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I think there is a Star Wars movie that I've seen more recently, but I
Wait,
still don't remember it.
Eric. Eric,
Uh-huh.
there's a Star
Yes.
Wars movie? They made a
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Wait, hold
There's
on
like a
one,
lot.
hold on 1 second.
Okay. This is weird. Hmm. I'm not sure what you're plotting.
Are you trying to tell me they made a movie
Uh-huh.
version of this book? This Star Wars book that I have right here in my hand? Is that what you're trying to tell
uh,
me?
sure.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
I was looking
anyways,
for the Tron book, but I couldn't find it. So,
that would have been cooler.
yeah.
Um,
I
yeah,
don't even know
anyways,
what this one is about. I've never read it. But I have it, so.
the move the movie I do not understand,
Mhm.
or I do not remember, I mean, is called Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And
Oh, that's a
I
Star
don't
Wars
remember what
movie?
happens in it. Like,
I remember that movie.
yeah, I don't really remember what happens though.
Okay.
So, yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell me in 3, 2, 1. Okay,
Okay,
go
so
ahead.
the story starts. There's this guy, and he's like, I think he's like on a farm. Maybe it's like a moisture farm or something. I don't remember. He has a daughter. Then he
Okay.
dies, I think. And then we go to the future where the daughter's grown up, and she's like, oh no, I actually don't remember what this movie's about at all. Anyway, so the dart grows up, and there's a guy who kills another guy who told him things about stuff, um, and then she's like part of the rebellion, and she's like, I don't care about the rebellion. She says that. That's a line exactly from the movie. They get the plans for the Death Star, and then planet explodes. They all die.
You have 7 seconds left. I think you lost that, Caedron. I
I don't
I
remember.
love how much.
I don't remember anything
Yeah.
about that movie.
Yeah.
Ooh. Um, I don't
It's
even. I don't
yeah.
even remember. Like I said, it starts off on a farm. I don't remember. I don't remember if it does. I remember they like hide her
It
as a kid.
does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that right. But I'm pretty sure, and I could be misremembering this, but I don't think her dad dies until later in the movie.
Oh. Okay.
Because I think there's like a whole thing about him like having the plans to the Death Star or helping with the Death Star or something because she watches him
Yeah.
die and then that. But anyways, yeah, that was sounds like I need to rewatch it at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. But the planet did explode, right?
Yeah, it does. Well, not the entire planet, but yeah, like part of it, and everyone does die. So you did get that right.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
The
at least
funny
from what I
thing is,
remember now that you've talked about this.
The funny thing is, that's the part of it that sounds like I made up the most.
Yeah. Especially if you skip right to that from like I don't care about the rebellion is like kind of a crazy like place to skip. Like
Well,
yeah, no, then
okay,
the Death Star plans and
here's
the
my
planet
biggest
blows
pet
up.
peeve about that movie is her character
Uh-huh.
just like switches like that. Like she has no arc.
Yeah.
She's just 1 second she's I don't care about the rebellion, and then the next second she's giving like this speech of like why the rebellion is important. It's like, where did that come
Yeah.
from? And like a lot of like sort of the interpretation a lot of people have is that like um she was kind of just like saying that speech to like, get what she wants. Um
Yeah.
which I can't figure out for sure if that's what was intended. Um
That makes
but
sense.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a TV show that I can't remember
Okay.
how it happened. Um, can
Mhm.
you explain to me um season 1 of X-Men Evolution?
Uh I will certainly try.
Oh wait, where did? Oh man,
This
hold on 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right,
all
you can.
right.
Oh, oh, hold on, Eric. You're sounding weird. Um,
It sounded weird.
yeah. um,
Why am I sounding weird?
you sound
Like how weird?
like in the Star Wars prequels when like the hologram thing isn't exactly coming through, right?
Oh, you caught me. I'm actually using a hologram and it's not coming through.
um, maybe what microphone are you using?
I'm using this microphone right here. It's
Did
this
maybe did
AT20.
did you bump something that unplugged it a little bit or something like that?
Maybe I can try getting that. Does it sound better now?
Say some.
Does it change anything?
No.
Hello, hello. It might be. Wait, here. We can. I think I can hear myself through this. I sound normal. I think.
You
Wait, here.
don't
Let me
sound
take off this
normal on
headphone.
my end.
Okay, wait just a second. I'm not gonna hear you. Um, yeah, from my end,
Okay, you're
it
starting
sounds
to
normal coming
sound
through here,
better.
so I think it's on your end. I don't know.
I think it was actually your earbud.
What?
No, okay, you sound fine now. So,
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Um,
That was weird. All right. You
yeah.
were talking about X-Men Evolution season 1.
Yes. X-Men Evolution Season
This
1
is
in 3, 2, 1. Shoot.
okay. So there's this guy named Professor X, and he runs a school called the Mutant School or something like that. That's I think actually like Professor X's school of gifted youngsters or something, but it kind of changes depending on what X-Men thing you're watching. So I don't actually remember what it's called in this. Anyways, that's irrelevant. So basically, I don't really remember exactly what happens in the first episode, but there's characters like Scott Summers, and he can shoot lasers out of his eyes. And I don't actually know if he's in the first episode. He probably is though. And there's Wolverine who has like steel come out of his hands pretty much, and he's also like kind of like an animalish like personality. Like he has an animalish personality. I don't know how to describe his personality. Anyways, then there's Jean Grey, and she's young in this, and so is Scott in this. And oh my goodness, am I already running out of time? Anyways, so
There
on
we
that
go.
note,
Okay.
yeah, that's the
So,
entire show,
there's
the entire first
there's
season.
this guy who has a school. There's another guy who shoots lasers out of his eyes. There's a guy that has metal come out of his hands. He's kind of like an animal. And there's someone named Jean Grey who is a teenager.
Yeah. It's actually like if you would have said the X-Men movies, I actually recently just watched through those. And
Oh yeah.
so I could tell you, you like I was trying to like remember like is this an X-Men Evolution or is it in what I just watched?
Okay.
I was like, "Oh yeah, Jean Grey's like a teenager now." But yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
just watched The Last Stand and that one Jean Grey is not a teenager and she kills a bunch of people and stuff.
She does do that, and then she's killed. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I thought it
Yep.
was funny that
That
you
was
were
a weird
like,
movie.
I don't know if Cyclops is in the first episode because the first episode is mostly a Cyclops episode. Because, like,
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering because I wasn't sure if that was the first episode or if it was like another episode down the line.
yeah, no, because in the beginning it's only Jean Grey and Cyclops
Yeah,
at the school. Um,
yeah, which makes
yeah.
sense, but I don't know. I was like, wait, I know that there's like an episode about Cyclops, but I don't know if that's like when that is, and so I was guessing it was later on in the show.
Yeah. Um,
But yeah,
well, I think
how much time
episode
do we have
one
left?
is, um, well, I actually didn't set a timer for this one
Oh,
because I had my timer
okay,
being used for the game itself. So I should have pulled up another one.
that's all
I
right.
didn't. I figure let's maybe go one more.
Okay,
So yeah, if you
what
want
were
to.
you saying though?
Oh, episode one, I think, is where they introduce Nightcrawler. Um,
In
and then
episode one?
yeah, yeah, they introduce Nightcrawler, and I think episode two is
Oh,
Shadowcat.
okay.
Um, and then there's like a Rogue
Yeah, that
episode,
makes sense.
and then there's Spike. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
this is a whole show. This is a show. This is a good show. You should watch the show.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
I've seen every episode at least twice. So
Yeah. I kind of I would be willing to rewatch it. I do like the show. Anyways, do I have another one for you?
yes, you do.
Maybe I should do a show, but what is something that like you might hmm hmm okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh so a show that I don't remember,
Hmm.
that like I actually really don't remember, but I've definitely seen it at one point in my life.
Hmm.
Uh I don't remember the first season of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Mm, yeah.
So, um, I was wondering if you could tell me what happened in 1 minute,
Yeah.
starting 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So, years in the future, after the original series, we are introduced to Captain Picard on a sort of being put together new version of the Enterprise D. His crew isn't all there yet, so he has to go to this planet. He goes to the planet, the crew is there, but before he gets there, this guy named Q shows up and says, I think humanity is bad, bad. Um, so then he says, I'm going to put you on trial, Picard. He goes down to the planet. Um, and Riker is there along with the Doctor and some other characters that are important, but I won't talk about them because I don't have time. They figure out the station on the planet is a jellyfish that can create things for them, and they want to join
Okay.
Starfleet or something, so they're using the jellyfish to like make them happy. Um, they end up figuring out that the station is a jellyfish. The jellyfish goes bye bye. I think there's another jellyfish it was in love with, and Q says
All
humanity
right.
is good.
I'm
So, I told you episode
so
one.
falling in love with jellyfish convinces Q that humanity is good.
Sure. Yeah,
Got it.
that makes sense. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So that you said season one. That was just episode one. Um, but
Yeah.
it's a
You
two-parter, so
didn't
it
get
is
far enough.
basically a movie.
Yeah. I think I'll give you 1 point for that one
Okay.
because I don't know. It seemed a little bit convoluted, but
Well, that might not be my fault.
that's true. We only have 1 minute. I think all of these are kind of convoluted.
No, no, no.
Um,
The
but
actual
yeah.
episode is very convoluted.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I honestly don't remember, like, it's been a while since I've seen like any of Next Generation, so
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of something that like would be kind of like a more weird thing to like explain.
Yep. Well,
But
now we
yeah.
remember all the movies, right? Like, I actually
Hmm.
remember Bruce Willis didn't play the mom, he played the psychiatrist. Um, and also,
Oh.
I remember The Lion King was not directed by Christopher Nolan, um, which is probably why it's a
Oh.
good movie. Oh, people aren't gonna like me for saying that.
Uh,
Um,
we're gonna get a lot of hate comments from that. People, the Christopher Nolan boys in the
was
comments are
yeah.
just gonna be
I
like, "How
don't
dare you?"
I don't hate Christopher Nolan. I don't like him as much as a lot of people do. Anyway, we remember all of the movies,
Yeah,
and we're smart
we
guys.
remember.
Thank you so much for being here. Immediate A pluses will go directly to you if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and share with all of your friends, but not if their name is Jeffrey.
All right.
All right.
We Goodbye, audience. We love you.